If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Upstart Holdings with the ticker symbol UPST. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So this stock was requested by a couple of the viewers, so I'm going to go ahead and analyze it. So it definitely looks like it was a hype stock. You can see that it IPO'd right around the $25 level, and it rushed all the way up to the $400 level in less than a year. So that's not a good sign. That's not what you want your stock to do that quickly. If you have a 5 or 6 year horizon and your stock 10x's already, that's probably enough for you to get out, because that's not sustainable and you're going to see a collapse like this, just like what we got right here. So from the $400 level, we dropped down all the way up down to the $25 level so far, but that might not be the bottom, and I'll show you guys why. Looks like we have this channel that used to work lower, but now it has played out, because you can see the price bars are not inside of it any longer. But before, all these price bars were inside of it. Then we had the first break of the pattern. We went down to retest the prior low, and then right when the earnings came out, we dumped, because there was a bunch of longs trapped trying to pick a bottom when the trend was not played out. So you can see that there's a bunch of longs that got trapped, and we saw a huge gap down. Looks like we're coming back up to fill in the gap. To fill in the gap completely, we need to come back to that $76, $77 level. So that's my target for this pullback or bear market rally that pretty much all stocks are inside of. Looks like we're going to continue higher. The measure move target is also higher at the $66 level, but I think we're probably going to come back higher to the 72, 73, pretty much the low 70s or the mid 70s. So it looks like we're going to be pulling back. Now, is this the bottom at the $26 level? Well, it could be, but I doubt it, because it does look like there's this downtrend, another downtrend in play. Not as aggressive as the first one, but it definitely is holding prices pretty nicely. And since we're inside of it, we're going to be seeing short sellers all over this stock. They don't really care about the fundamentals. If a trader opens up this chart, they're just going to be focusing on the technicals. If the chart is going down, if the prices are going down, they're going to be shorting it. They don't really care what it is. So it doesn't really matter what the company is. If it's whatever the trend is, and people are going to be hopping on the trend. So right now it looks like we're having a pullback. We did have numerous pullbacks in this downtrend. So I would say once this pullback is over, I would just be expecting lower prices, something like that. So I don't think the selling is over. It could be, but it's just a low probability. I'm not going to be picking a bottom. I'll be expecting continuation of this down move once we break this channel. So once we break this channel, I still expect a retest of this prior low, and then we could probably be thinking of a bottom. But until then, I'll be still looking for shorts. So you see that we had a aggressive downtrend. That was this orange one. It has played out, because we got a break of the pattern. This was the first break. We went down to retest the low. We exceeded it. Now we're pulling back to fill in this gap, but now we're inside of a shallower yellow downtrend channel. So after we get the break of this one, we could still do the same thing again. We could repeat the pattern where once we see the first break of the channels, we go back down to retest the prior low. So that's all I have on the daily chart. Basically, we're going to be pulling back just like a bunch of other stocks, and I'd be expecting continuation. So we can go ahead and switch it over to the weekly chart. So to be fair, I mean, this company is doing pretty well. I took a quick look at the fundamentals, and it does look like they're growing exponentially. So, and they're profitable. So definitely looks like a good company to be keeping your eye on. And it's not really that large of a market cap. So the ratio market cap to the revenue or price to sales ratio is pretty good. Not great, but it's pretty good, pretty fair, especially in this market. So not a bad company, but again, technicals are not lining up with the fundamentals. Definitely looks like there's more downside coming. I expect this IPO price to be wiped out. We did come pretty close to it, but I'm expecting pretty much all-time lows, new all-time lows for this stock. So until then, I would be still lenient of being a buyer, but we are pretty close to the low. So how much lower can we go? Well, you'd be surprised. So it looks like we have the downtrend on the weekly chart in play now. Looks like we're pulling back to the resistance side. So once we pull back up to that I believe the $70 level, maybe something like this, we could see a couple legs down to new low, and then maybe a reversal in the future. So that's what it looks like it's playing out. Whenever you see a stock go up this much and it's really unsustainable, we're gonna come back down crashing. So you can see that we're far away from the EMA, near this high. Whenever you get this far away from the average or the mean, you could probably take positions. That's normally what traders do. That's how you get very close to the top. But again, you can see that the EMA is acting as resistance now. In the past, it was acting as support. This blue line was acting as support. Now it's acting as resistance. So once we come back up to it, we can get knocked down. So again, too early to call this a bottom. I'm expecting lower prices after this pullback. And that's pretty much all I have on the daily and weekly chart for Upstart. I'm going to show you guys one last thing. Let's go ahead and invert this chart to make it easier to visualize what I'm seeing. So if we invert it, it's just flipped upside down. You can see that most people were thinking, oh my god, we're going to make a new all-time high. We're going to surpass this prior level right here. So just to make it look easier for you guys, it looks like we're going to be exceeding that prior level. If this was an uptrend that we're currently inside of, most people would be saying, oh man, we're going to make a new all-time high. So it's the same thing for shorts. They're gonna make money too, right? So if we quit it back, the shorts are thinking, oh man, we're gonna make a new all-time low. So they might be holding their positions until we do that. So I'm looking for lower price targets. I'll be surprised if this is the bottom, but again, things can happen in the market. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel. Since you might be surprised what you can learn, leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.